Hey everyone, this is Austin Doctor, and welcome to another review of High School DxD Hero. And my lord, this episode was really good, and it's setting up for a really big battle. And I can't wait, honestly. So let's get on to the beginning. We see them Rias's house fight one of the people from the Hero faction, and Issei kind of wakes up and kind of goes to training because he didn't do so well. In a sense, that's how I perceived it. But anyways, we see Issei kind of get surrounded by the church group, which is Alia, Irina, and Zinovia, and it was kind of interesting to see. And I'm like, finally, they get their turn now, while the others are at, the original place. But we see Issei and Asia kind of have a marriage kind of compatibility test, and they were very compatible, and Irina and Zinovia were congratulating both of them, while Issei's friends were just crying. Oh, I just love the dynamic of his friends being there. It's just amazing. But we see that Issei's potential is still going around and causing people to feel up boobs, and it's just hilarious because it's a background thing and no one has really picked up on it yet. So I love the comedy of that. But going a little further into it, we see the yokai group show up and kind of ask Issei and his group to come with them, and we see Kuna kind of apologize to Issei for the misunderstanding. Issei kind of goes, "I understand, it's your mother that's missing," and Issei was a very nice person, a kind of a sweetheart to her, and we already know she's going to be in his harem. But anyways, we see that Kuna kind of, asked for Issei's help because her mom's gone missing since the last meeting she had, and Issei pictures what's her name, Yasuka or Yasuka, whatever her name is. I'm just gonna call her Kuna's mom, giving him his reward, quotation marks, and good lord, that man's a pervert through and through, and it was amazing. And we kind of cut to Rias, Akano, and Kaneko about talking around, and Rias talks about how she's worried that Issei's going to lose his V card with all those girls, and I'm just like, oh, good old Rias. And see, this is why I love this anime, because there's comedy, there's ecche, and there's everything that we need. And of course we get a really good fan service, let me tell you, honestly. It was really amazing and funny. We see Asia go in for a kiss because she was jealous that Rias got a kiss and she didn't. She kisses him, and Zinovia comes in with Irina, and basically Asia passes out from the embarrassment, and Zinovia again goes for the baby thing. Oh, I want your babies. I'm just like, oh lord, Zinovia. And I can't wait to have more of this in the further of the season. But we see Issei kind of try to get away from Zinovia and ends up tripping and falling right on Irina and feeling her up. And before that happens, as I said before in the previous reviews, Irina can't do anything with Issei because she'd become a fallen angel, and Zinovia kind of goes, who cares? You can bear the baby of the Red Dragon Emperor, basically. And that convinced Irina enough. I'm just like, oh, okay. Issei's growing up all right in front of us. But it was amazing to see that happen, and he did it twice because he tried to get away from her, and it didn't work. And I just couldn't stop laughing because she was accepting, and I'm just like, oh boy. But now, going a little further towards the end, we see Rustweiss again get slammed for, why she's basically being a stiffy about stuff, and it was by Azazel this time. He goes, this is why you can't get a boyfriend, and I feel so bad for her because it's just so sad but funny at the same time, and I love it. And then towards the end, we see the actual hero faction with Ko, not KO, oh god. I think it's KO? Not KO, Chochun, one of those, but he shows up with the actual hero faction, and Kono kind of talks about how this is the fog that she saw before, her mother. Well, apparently this is the fog that her mother saw before she disappeared, and it's quite interesting. And I know I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name because it was said once that I think it's Coco. I think it's Coco, but yeah. This is starting to lead up to the whole actual arc, and it's gonna be interesting, especially that Coco freaking one-shotted Azazel launching him. And another thing I want to talk about is like the animation in this episode, which was there was one scene that was really awkward, but I love the transition of Azazel like dropping his wings. I thought that was really cool. It kind of just fades away, and I'm just like, no one probably picked that up, but I was just like, that is something I love that they didn't do in the previous one. But yeah, and all in all, this episode was really good, and it's leading up to this big battle between, this entire story arc, and we're going to see kind of Issei learn how powerful Coco is, because that man's extremely powerful, especially that he made Azazel fly. Just imagine that, and it didn't seem that Issei could handle Azazel right now. And it's just crazy to see how this is going to lead up, and I hope to see Issei become stronger, and more of, fan service, because this is a fan service anime. But anyways, guys, if you did see this episode, what did you think? I thought it was awesome. If you're wondering if should you watch this series, and if you're watching it from this review, yeah, you should. Honestly, I love High School DxD. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. This is Austin Doctor signing out. Peace.